Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something: success isn't magic. It isn't luck. It isn't about how you feel when you wake up in the morning. Success is built brick by brick, and the mortar holding it all together is discipline. Now, I'm not talking about some military, hard-nosed, do-as-you're-told kind of discipline. No, I'm talking about self-discipline, the kind that makes you show up for yourself, even when the world tells you it's okay to quit. Discipline is about waking up with a purpose and going to bed knowing you stayed true to it. Listen to me. Motivation, it's a spark. It's fleeting. You watch a video, hear a song, read a quote, and you feel inspired fireworks. But you can't build a house with fireworks. You need the steady daily grind of discipline. Discipline is the hammer, the nails, the sweat on your brow. It's what turns inspiration into results. Discipline will demand sacrifices. Oh yes, it will. It will ask you to give up late nights for early mornings, comfort for growth, and fleeting pleasure for enduring success. And here's the kicker: it won't always feel good. There'll be days when your body aches, your spirit wavers, and your mind tells you just this once, it's okay to slack off, but discipline whispers back, not today. It's easy to start something, it's hard to finish it. The world is full of dreamers, but the people who make it, the people who rise above those, are the doers. And doers are disciplined. They don't just talk the talk, they walk the walk day in and day out. Now, let me tell you a little secret. Discipline isn't a cage, it's freedom. When you're disciplined, you're not ruled by your impulses or swayed by distractions. You're the master of your fate. You gain the freedom to say, I built this. I earned this. So I'm challenging you right now. Start small. Start today. Discipline isn't about being perfect, it's about being persistent. You don't have to climb the whole mountain one day, but you've got to keep taking those steps. And with each step, you're closer to the life you've imagined. Don't let excuses steal your future. Don't let fear stop your journey. Don't let laziness rob you of your potential. Discipline isn't just the key to success, it's the door, the lock, and the path. So, what are you going to do? Are you going to sit back, waiting for the perfect moment? Or are you going to get up and make it happen? The choice is yours. But remember this: if you want something you've never had, you've got to do something you've never done. Discipline is often misunderstood, seen as something rigid, harsh, or even oppressive, but in truth, it is the foundation of everything meaningful that we achieve in life. It's not about being punished for mistakes or being controlled by external forces. Discipline is about self-control, about choosing your actions deliberately and aligning them with your long-term goals. It's about saying yes to the things that truly matter and no to distractions and temptations that pull you away from your purpose. Imagine a building without a strong foundation. No matter how beautifully it's designed or how expensive the materials are, it will crumble when faced with the slightest challenge. This is what life without discipline looks like: unstable, uncertain, and vulnerable. Discipline is that foundation, the rock upon which success is built. It gives structure to your ambitions, turning your dreams from abstract ideas into achievable realities. Without it, even the best intentions and the most promising talents can go to waste. When you think about people who have achieved great success, whether in sports, business, the arts, or any other field, there's always one common thread: discipline. It's not that they never felt like quitting or didn't face moments of doubt. It's that they chose to stay consistent. They chose to show up and do the work, even when it was hard, even when no one was watching, even when it didn't yield immediate results. This kind of discipline isn't glamorous. It's not about the applause or the rewards. It's about the quiet, unseen moments when you make a choice to push forward instead of giving up. The beauty of discipline is that it's entirely within your control. You don't need special skills or extraordinary circumstances to cultivate it. What you need is a decision to commit to the process, to prioritize what matters most, and to take responsibility for your actions. Discipline isn't something that just happens to you, it's something you create, one small choice at a time. Each time you resist the urge to procrastinate, each time you follow through on a commitment, each time you push through discomfort, you're strengthening that foundation. What makes discipline so powerful is its ability to bridge the gap between where you are and where you want to be. It's the engine that drives growth. No one wakes up one day as a master of their craft or an expert in their field. Mastery is earned through disciplined effort, through the willingness to practice, learn, and improve, even when progress feels slow or invisible. It's not about being perfect, it's about being persistent. In a world full of distractions, discipline becomes even more critical. Everywhere you turn, there are things competing for your attention: social media, entertainment, endless notifications. It's easy to get pulled in a million directions, to lose focus, to let your time slip away on things that don't truly matter. Discipline is what keeps you grounded. It's the ability to prioritize what's important over what's urgent, to focus on what moves you closer to your goals instead of what offers immediate gratification. It's important to understand that discipline isn't about deprivation, it's about empowerment. When you choose discipline, you're choosing to take control of your life. You're choosing to act according to your values and aspirations rather than being ruled by impulses or external circumstances. Discipline gives you the freedom to create the life you want because it puts you in the driver's seat. It's not about saying no to everything fun or enjoyable. It's about saying yes to the things that truly matter in the long run. At its core, discipline is an act of self-respect. It's about honoring your commitments, not just to others, but to yourself. When you set a goal, you're making a promise to yourself. Discipline is the follow-through, the proof that you take your own aspirations seriously. It's easy to break promises to ourselves because no one else will call us out on it. But each time you let yourself off the hook, you weaken your confidence in your ability to succeed. Discipline, on the other hand, builds that confidence. It's a declaration that you believe in your potential and are willing to put in the work to realize it. Yes, discipline can be uncomfortable. It often means doing things you don't feel like doing, waking up early, sticking to a plan, putting in the effort when it would be easier to relax. But the discomfort of discipline is temporary, while the rewards are lasting. Every time you choose discipline, you're investing in your future. You're building habits that will serve you not just today, but for years to come. The beauty of discipline is that it compounds over time. The more you practice it, the stronger it becomes, and the more natural it feels. It starts with small, intentional actions, but those actions add up. They create momentum, and that momentum carries you forward. What once felt difficult becomes second nature. You start to see the results of your efforts, and that fuels even greater discipline. Discipline is not a constraint, it's a tool. It's not about holding yourself back, but about propelling yourself forward. When you embrace discipline, you're choosing growth, progress, and success over mediocrity and stagnation. You're choosing to build a life that reflects your highest aspirations, and in doing so, you're laying the foundation for a legacy that will stand the test of time. Motivation is often seen as the spark that ignites action, the energy that drives us to pursue our goals. And while motivation can feel powerful, it is fleeting, unpredictable, and ultimately unreliable. Motivation can get you started, but it's discipline that keeps you moving forward. It's the steady engine, not the quick burst of adrenaline. Discipline doesn't rely on how you feel in the moment, it relies on your commitment to the bigger picture, to the goal you set when your vision was clear, not when your emotions wavered. Motivation is exciting. It feels good. When you're motivated, you feel unstoppable, ready to take on the world. But what happens when that feeling fades, as it inevitably will? What happens when the excitement wears off, when progress seems slow, or when obstacles appear? That's where discipline steps in. Discipline isn't about excitement, it's about consistency. It's about doing the work whether you feel like it or not. whether the circumstances are ideal or challenging, whether the progress is visible or not. Discipline doesn't care about your mood or your circumstances, it cares about your commitment. Consider this: anyone can start something when they're motivated. A new fitness regimen, a career ambition, a creative project, all these endeavors are easy to begin when motivation is high. But how many people stick with it long enough to see meaningful results? The truth is, the majority fall away because they relied on motivation to carry them through. Discipline, however, turns that initial spark into a steady flame. It's the ability to show up every day, regardless of the highs and lows, and do what needs to be done. Motivation is external and internal, but it often depends on outside influences. A powerful speech, an inspiring story, a goal deadline, these can all boost your motivation. But when the external triggers fade or the initial excitement wanes, you're left with your own resolve. Discipline is entirely internal. It doesn't depend on anything outside of you. It's about the habits you've built, the mindset you've cultivated, and the promises you've made to yourself. Discipline doesn't need a reason to act, it acts because it's rooted in purpose. In the pursuit of success, progress is rarely linear. There will be days when the work feels exhausting, when distractions are tempting, and when the goal feels impossibly far away. It's easy to get discouraged, to let doubt creep in, or to convince yourself that skipping one day won't matter. But that's precisely when discipline matters most. It's the ability to push through those moments that sets successful people apart. Discipline doesn't wait for inspiration to strike, it creates momentum through consistent effort. And that momentum is what carries you forward, even when the path is difficult. Discipline also teaches you patience. In a world that's obsessed with instant results, discipline reminds you that true success takes time. It's not about the quick win or the shortcut, it's about the process. Discipline allows you to focus on the journey, to embrace the small steps that lead to big changes. It teaches you to value the effort itself, not just the outcome. With discipline, you learn that success isn't a single event, but the result of countless small choices made day after day. One of the most powerful aspects of discipline is its ability to build resilience. When you rely solely on motivation, setbacks can feel devastating. A bad day or a missed goal can make you question everything, draining your energy and enthusiasm. But discipline gives you the strength to persevere. It reminds you that one setback doesn't define your journey, that consistency matters more than perfection, and that the most important thing is to keep moving forward. Discipline is what helps you bounce back stronger and more determined than before. Discipline isn't glamorous. It's not the flashy highlight reel or the big dramatic moments of achievement. It's the quiet, uncelebrated work that happens behind the scenes. It's waking up early to train, staying late to finish a project, or putting in the effort when no one else is watching. It's the invisible foundation of success, the steady hand that guides you toward your goals. And while it may not always feel rewarding in the moment, discipline pays off in ways that are undeniable over time. The beauty of discipline is that it's a skill, not a trait. It's not something you're born with or without. It's something you can develop. Each time you choose discipline over comfort, you're strengthening that skill. Each time you follow through on a commitment, you're building trust in yourself. And as that discipline grows, it becomes a part of who you are. It shapes your habits, your mindset, and your actions, creating a foundation for long-term success. Motivation may give you a glimpse of what's possible, but discipline is what makes it real. It's not about how you feel in the moment, but about what you're willing to do for the future you envision. It's the bridge between goals and results, between dreams and achievements. And while motivation may come and go, discipline is a constant, a dependable force that keeps you moving forward, step by step, toward the life you want to create. Discipline is often misunderstood as a restrictive force, something that requires you to give up what you enjoy or abandon your desires. In reality, discipline is a conscious decision to make sacrifices in the short term for greater rewards in the long term. It is not about deprivation, but about prioritization, choosing what truly matters over what feels good in the moment. It's about understanding that every decision you make either brings you closer to or further away from your goals. Discipline empowers you to focus on the things that will bring lasting fulfillment instead of chasing fleeting pleasures that often leave you empty. Success demands sacrifice because achieving something meaningful requires effort, time, and energy resources that are limited. You can't say yes to everything and expect to achieve greatness. Discipline helps you make tough choices. It forces you to recognize that time spent on distractions or indulgences is time taken away from your dreams. If you want to succeed, you have to let go of what is easy, comfortable, or convenient and embrace what is challenging, demanding, and purposeful. Think about any person who has achieved extraordinary success in life. Behind their achievements are countless sacrifices that most people aren't willing to make. Athletes wake up before dawn to train, even when their bodies ache. Entrepreneurs forgo steady paychecks and social lives to build their dreams. Artists and creators spend hours honing their craft, often in solitude, while others relax or socialize. These individuals understand that sacrifices are not setbacks, but investments. They are choices made today to build a future that is worth far more than the comforts of the present. However, sacrifices do not mean living a joyless life. They mean understanding what truly matters to you and being willing to let go of what doesn't serve your purpose. Discipline allows you to find clarity amidst the noise, helping you distinguish between immediate gratification and lasting satisfaction. It teaches you to say no to the things that might feel good now but will ultimately derail your progress. This no could be to unhealthy habits, unnecessary distractions, or even people who don't support your growth. Every time you say no to something that hinders your progress, you are saying yes to your goals and dreams. Sacrifice, guided by discipline, teaches you the value of time. Time is your most precious resource, and once it's gone, it can never be regained. Every moment you spend is an opportunity to invest in your growth, to take a step closer to your aspirations. Discipline helps you recognize that your time is finite, urging you to use it wisely. It pushes you to make sacrifices today so that you don't find yourself looking back with regret, wondering what might have been if only you had chosen differently. Moreover, discipline and sacrifice build character. They teach you resilience, patience, and perseverance, qualities that are essential for achieving success. When you sacrifice comfort to chase a dream, you are proving to yourself that you are capable of overcoming challenges. You are strengthening your resolve and showing that you are willing to do whatever it takes to succeed. Over time, these small disciplined sacrifices compound, creating a momentum that makes you unstoppable. It's important to remember that discipline doesn't mean sacrificing everything forever. It's about making intentional choices that align with your priorities. When you focus on what truly matters, you find that the things you gave up were never as important as the things you gained. The rewards of discipline often far outweigh the sacrifices. The sense of accomplishment, the growth, and the realization of your potential are worth every moment of discomfort. Ultimately, discipline and the sacrifices it demands are acts of self-respect and self-love. They are your way of showing that you believe in your dreams enough to work for them, to protect them from distractions, and to nurture them even when the path is hard. Sacrifices made in the spirit of discipline are not losses, they are victories over mediocrity, complacency, and fear. They are the price of success, and those who are willing to pay it reap the rewards that come with a life lived on purpose. Accountability to yourself is one of the most powerful aspects of discipline. It is about owning your choices, actions, and commitments, not because someone else is watching or expecting something from you, but because you value your own word. When you set a goal, you are essentially making a promise to yourself. Discipline is the force that ensures you keep that promise, and in doing so, you build a foundation of trust and respect within yourself. Without accountability, even the best intentions falter, and the path to success becomes riddled with excuses, missed opportunities, and unfulfilled potential. One of the greatest challenges in maintaining self-accountability is the absence of immediate consequences. If you skip a workout, procrastinate on a task, or break a habit, there's no boss or authority figure to reprimand you. But the real consequences are far more significant, they're just less visible. Each time you let yourself off the hook, you weaken your confidence in your ability to succeed. You send yourself the message that your commitments aren't worth keeping. Over time, this erodes your self-esteem and makes it even harder to stay disciplined. On the other hand, when you hold yourself accountable and consistently follow through on your commitments, you build trust in yourself. You prove to yourself that you are reliable, capable, and worthy of the goals you've set. This trust is the foundation of self-discipline. It becomes a cycle. The more you keep your promises, the more confident and motivated you feel to continue doing so. This positive reinforcement fuels progress and helps you tackle even bigger challenges. Accountability to yourself also requires a system of checks and balances. It's not enough to simply set goals and hope for the best. You need a plan, a way to track your progress, and a willingness to evaluate your efforts regularly. This might mean keeping a journal, setting deadlines, or reflecting on your day to identify what went well and what could have been done differently. These practices create a sense of structure and make it harder to ignore or forget your commitments. They also help you celebrate small wins along the way, which can be incredibly motivating. The key to self-accountability is consistency. Success doesn't come from grand gestures or occasional bursts of effort. It comes from showing up day after day, even when it's hard, even when you don't feel like it. Discipline is about choosing to act in alignment with your goals, no matter the circumstances. This consistency is what separates those who achieve their dreams from those who merely wish for them. It's the ability to push through discomfort, distractions, and doubt, knowing that every small effort adds up to something greater. Accountability to yourself also fosters resilience. When you take responsibility for your actions, you stop viewing challenges and setbacks as insurmountable obstacles. Instead, you see them as opportunities to learn, grow, and adjust your approach. Discipline gives you the strength to keep moving forward, even when the road is difficult. It reminds you that you are in control of your destiny, that no matter what happens, you have the power to choose how you respond. Habits also create stability and structure in a world that often feels chaotic. Discipline helps you establish routines that anchor your day, giving you a sense of control over your time and energy. When you wake up every morning and know exactly what needs to be done, whether it's writing for an hour, exercising, or dedicating time to a specific goal, you eliminate the mental fatigue of decision-making. This allows you to focus your energy on execution rather than deliberation. By cultivating disciplined habits, you free up mental space and create a rhythm that supports consistent progress. The connection between discipline and habits extends beyond individual actions. It transforms your entire mindset. When you cultivate disciplined habits, you start to see challenges not as obstacles, but as opportunities to grow. You develop a sense of pride in your consistency and a belief in your ability to achieve difficult things. Discipline trains your mind to focus on long-term rewards rather than short-term discomfort, reinforcing your commitment to the process. Resilience begins with the understanding that setbacks are not the end of the road, but a natural part of any journey. Discipline helps you cultivate this mindset by teaching you to approach challenges with consistency and resolve rather than fear or frustration. When you are disciplined, you don't shy away from difficulty. Instead, you confront it head-on, knowing that every challenge you overcome strengthens your ability to handle the next one. Discipline allows you to shift your perspective, seeing failure not as a reflection of your worth, but as an opportunity to learn and grow. When adversity strikes, it's easy to feel overwhelmed or disheartened. Without discipline, you might be tempted to give up or take the path of least resistance. However, discipline instills in you the habit of showing up and doing the work, regardless of how you feel in the moment. It reminds you that progress isn't always linear and that persistence matters more than perfection. Resilience, powered by discipline, ensures that you keep moving forward, even when the road is rough or unclear. Resilience also depends on your ability to adapt, and discipline plays a key role in fostering adaptability. When faced with a setback, discipline doesn't mean stubbornly sticking to the same approach if it's no longer working. Instead, it gives you the clarity and determination to evaluate the situation honestly and adjust your strategy as needed. Discipline ensures that you stay committed to your ultimate goal while remaining flexible in your methods. This balance between consistency and adaptability is what allows resilient individuals to navigate challenges and emerge stronger on the other side. Resilience is not just about bouncing back from failure, it's also about maintaining your drive and focus during periods of sustained effort. Even when you're not facing a major crisis, the daily grind of working toward a big goal can test your endurance. Discipline ensures that you remain consistent and motivated even when the excitement has faded and the work feels monotonous. This ability to keep going day after day after day is what sets resilient individuals apart from those who give up too soon. Discipline also helps you develop a sense of self-reliance, which is crucial for resilience. When you hold yourself accountable and take responsibility for your actions, you build confidence in your ability to handle whatever comes your way. This self-reliance gives you the strength to face challenges with courage and determination, knowing that you have the tools to overcome them. It also prevents you from falling into the trap of waiting for external circumstances to change or for someone else to solve your problems. The essence of discipline is rooted in consistency. While talent, intelligence, and opportunity all play roles in success, consistency is the glue that holds everything together. Without it, even the best plans fall apart, and the most ambitious goals remain unachieved. Consistency is the daily commitment to take deliberate, purposeful actions toward your objectives, regardless of how you feel, what distractions arise, or how daunting the task ahead may seem. Discipline ensures that you maintain this consistency, turning your intentions into tangible results over time. Success is not built on isolated acts of greatness, but on the accumulation of small, disciplined actions performed repeatedly. Each effort, no matter how small, contributes to the larger goal. Discipline ensures that you show up every day, do the work, and stay committed to the process. It's not about perfection, it's about persistence. There will be days when you feel unmotivated, days when progress feels invisible, and days when the obstacles seem insurmountable. Discipline is what ensures that you push through those moments, understanding that consistency over time yields compounding results. Consistency, however, is not just about repetition, it's about intentionality. It's not enough to do something over and over again without purpose. Discipline helps you focus your energy and efforts on actions that align with your goals. It ensures that your consistency is meaningful and directed toward the right outcomes. For example, if your goal is to improve your fitness, discipline doesn't just mean going to the gym every day. It means following a structured plan, putting in focused effort, and tracking your progress. Discipline gives your consistency direction, turning effort into effectiveness. One of the challenges of maintaining consistency is the lure of immediate gratification. Our brains are wired to seek pleasure and avoid discomfort, which often leads us to prioritize short-term rewards over long-term gains. Discipline is the force that helps you resist these temptations. It reminds you that success is not about how quickly you can achieve something, but about how steadily you can work toward it. Discipline teaches you to value the process over the outcome, knowing that consistency is what ultimately leads to meaningful and sustainable results. One of the most profound benefits of consistency is its ability to create habits. When you consistently perform a behavior, it becomes ingrained in your routine, requiring less effort and willpower over time. Discipline is what helps you maintain this consistency long enough for habits to take root. Once a behavior becomes habitual, it becomes part of your identity, a natural and effortless expression of who you are. For example, if you consistently write every day, you start to see yourself as a writer. If you consistently work out, you begin to identify as someone who values fitness. Discipline transforms your actions into habits, and habits shape your identity. Consistency, powered by discipline, also helps you weather the ups and downs of any journey. Success is rarely a straight line, it's a series of peaks and valleys, progress and setbacks. Discipline ensures that you stay consistent even during the valleys, knowing that persistence is what will eventually lead you back to higher ground. It reminds you that setbacks are temporary and that the only way to fail is to stop trying. By staying consistent, you build resilience and develop the ability to navigate challenges with grace and determination. Ultimately, consistency is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. Discipline ensures that you keep building that bridge one step at a time, even when the destination feels far away. It's not always glamorous or exciting, but it's what separates those who dream from those who achieve. Through discipline, consistency, you create the habits, momentum, and confidence needed to turn your aspirations into reality. It's the steady, unrelenting commitment to your goals that transforms effort into excellence and persistence into progress.